More about this particular meeting, do not forget to catch the story live at 7 p.m. in our Nilecast News Hour that comes your way every Monday through Monday. And don't forget, every Sunday from 7 to that is 8 p.m. we always bring for you the weekly news roundup, where we broadcast the stories that we're able to run in the due course of the week for you right there. So this particular story, do not forget to watch the story live at 7 p.m. right there today. All right, dear viewer, you need to know that these leaders were drawn from the 13 local government units that we have in Western Sub-region, right from Pakwash up to Germany, and they were represented fully for this particular meeting. So you have to know that there should be no any cause or no call for alarm in as far as this particular manner is concerned. So we do apologize for this technical glitch, and let's go for a break, and we shall be able to come back. All right, we do apologize for the technical glitch, and that is West Nile for you. Power issue is always on and off, and so we always inform you. So for those who do not have, who do have power, we do really appreciate you for following us right here. So dear viewer, you need to know that this is something that we should be able to advocate for. And top on the agenda, according to the discussion that is moving around, is the issues to do with the connection of West Nile to the national grid, and they say that this will top the agenda on the issues that will be presented to the President of the Republic of Uganda. You have to know that the State Minister for Investment and Privatization, Honorable Evelyn Adite, has been selected by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to take lead in the presidential tour that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is touring the whole country. The other month he was in Gulu, that was in February. So this time around in April is coming to West Nile, and then she will be able to really, you know, move to other regions as well. So this is something that you need to know this morning, and she is in charge of the mobilization and through the Uganda Investment Authority. Remember, the theme for President's coming is wealth creation and shared prosperity. So Uganda Investment Authority is taking lead in this, and Minister Evelyn Adite is in charge of investment in this country, and she is taking lead in as far as mobilization is concerned. So allow me to say that there are people who have been invited to attend this particular visit of the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. All the RDCs in West Nile, all the RCCs, LC5 chairpersons, regional internal security officers, DSOs, NRM chairpersons from all the districts, chief administrative officers, district police commanders, district prison commanders, town clerks, city NRM leaders, district women councillors, district youth councillors, sub-county chairpersons, mayors, municipal division chairpersons, NRMs, opinion leaders, 5 historical leaders are from each district that we do have in Western Sub-region. You have to know also all the religious leaders to the rank of, that is, the bishops, district Kadi, the district councillors, district planners, production officers, commercial officers of all the 13 districts that we have in Western Sub-region, operation wealth creation coordinators, head teachers of all the government-aided schools, secondary and tertiary institutions, in the host districts. And also there will be exhibitors who will be exhibiting, what they are dealing in, more especially those who are moving towards the large-scale investment. So there will be a tent specifically for them. They will be exhibiting what they do for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to see. And if you're lucky, you might be supported. And you need to know that the President will be here in the region for 3 days. He will be able to come to Arua on 11th and by 3 he will be able to address the leaders at golf ground here in Arua City. But before him addressing the leaders, he will be able to move to some selected few successful farmers that we do have either in Zumbu or Arua district or Arua city, and that will depend on the choice that will be made by the district leaders and the city leaders. So the district leaders have been tasked to identify those farmers that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni can visit their farm. It's quite unfortunate that among the leaders, I didn't hear somebody saying that I have a farm and I'm interested to host President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So meaning the leaders, some of them do not have farms. So they have to go down and look for those farmers who are successful so that they will be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And something that you need to know right there. So the meeting that will be at the golf ground on 11th will only be for the leaders that I've been able to mention. That is according to the State Minister for Privatization and Investment, Honorable Evelyn Anite, who is the lead mobilizer in this presidential tour that we shall have in West Nile. So MPs should select, MPs and the leaders should select 4 farmers for the president to visit, meaning that in the greater Arua and Nebi, we are supposed to have around 4 farmers to be selected to be visited by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So if there is one in Zumbu, President will be able to drive up to Zumbu to see that particular farmer with his farm all. The president will join the leaders at 3 p.m. that is on 11th. And he will be talking about parish development model for your information. He will be looking at the release and the implementation, the action status of the release of the parish development model. I have been told that there are those who receive messages the other time during the launch of the parish development model in different districts that we have in West Nile. Unfortunately, these people have not seen the money. They have not touched the money. And they have never seen parish development money apart from the messages that they receive on their phones. And I believe the banks, together with the technical officers who are in charge of parish development model, you will be able to give accounts of what is happening with the parish development model in your district. So I have to tell you that for the leaders who attended, you have been told what you need to do. And make sure that you should not behave like the chief administrative officers or the technical people in Asholi sub-region who disappeared when it became tough during the time that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni started asking members of the public to tell him what they know about parish development model. And as I talk right now, the anti-corruption state house team is in Asholi sub-region investigating the implementation of the parish development model. Their coming is as a result of accusations that were put on some of the technical officers who are working in those districts in the Asholi sub-region. And I believe for West Nile, it will not be that case. And you can run away from that if you do the right thing and you give the right information. Before the President of the Republic of Uganda speaking to the members of the public, I have to tell you that top on the agenda will be discussing the payment of the ex-servicemen. I think I should also be one of those who should be very excited to listen about the payment of the ex-servicemen that we have in this region, West Nile, because I have an interest there, and I cannot disclose the interest this morning. And this will be moderated by Honorable Huda Uleru, who is the State Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, in charge of veterans. And for the people of West Nile, the veterans that we have in West Nile, please, if you are free and you're healthy, please take your time. Don't wait to be facilitated to come and listen to the President of the Republic of Uganda and to come and listen to the presentation that will be made by those that are in charge. And I have to tell you, another thing that will be talked about will be the investment opportunities that we have in West Nile for the businessmen and women. I believe that you will be able to take this up. You will be able to understand what are the opportunities that we have in West Nile in as far as investment is concerned, in as far as businesses are concerned. So Uganda Investment Authority will take lead in this. And also you need to know that another discussion will be around the real economy, the releases, the cash limit, the status of roads and implementation of infrastructure and security. And you have to know that the Minister of Works and Transport, who is none other than General Katumba Wamala, will be in attendance. And the UNRWA Executive Director, who is in Western region inspecting the roads, will also be available to give account of what she has been able to see in as far as road connections are concerned in this region. And that will be moderated by Honorable Obiga Mario Kania. The status of Emyoga, we shall be able to have the minister in charge of Emyoga here, and that is the Minister of Microfinance, in charge of microfinance, that is Sheyune Aruna, will be also in attendance, and he will be able to give us the status of Emyoga in our country, Uganda. And that particular presentation will be moderated by the Arua City Woman Member of Parliament, Honorable Osoro Maureen. And the status of electricity, you have to know that the Minister of Energy and Minerals Development, Honorable Ruth Nankabirwa, will also be in attendance to give us the status of the electricity connectivity in this region. So you should not miss that, and that will be moderated by Honorable Jackson Liyatima, who is the Central Division Arua City Member of Parliament. And I am interested to listen to this particular discussion and moderation that will be done by Honorable Jackson Liyatima right there. The NRM status reports, remember the NRM Secretary General, Right Honorable Richard Twodwong, will be also in attendance to give us the NRM status report right there. So the status of education, the government interventions, the different government projects that are working, and the one that have stalled, that some have termed to be the white elephants in this region. All this will be presented by the Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, who is none other than Robina Nabanja, who will also be in attendance right there. And then President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be talking about securing your future. And this is something that you need to know. And dear viewer, you have to know that apart from meeting the ministers, the members of parliament, the RDCs, the RCCs, the DPCs, the district prison commanders, the NRM chairpersons from all the districts that we have in this region, in the afternoon of yesterday, the State Minister of Northern Uganda, who represented the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Her Excellency retired Major Jessica Lupo, together with Minister Obiga Mario Kania and Minister Evelyn Nanite, together with Minister Ulero Huda, they were able to meet the LC1 chairpersons from Arua district and the LC1 chairpersons from Arua city, together with the LC2 chairpersons, the LC3 chairpersons, and the councillors from these two government units that we have here. And it was a nice one. If my producer can give us the picture right there, or the video. I do not know how you would really call it, but I know they are called pictures and the videos.
Aguda katomyo dangon baka tomyo dainarem disi yo tsir bora misu afaziko. Adis kuna agumyo dapia wada irudu kwa birisi tememi ni nyara. Yes, adiosi. So ki prime minister. Me flundi ni likalitri toicho timeta minister. Ifini siga eke mudi akanelsi wana zino mpu saru ayiko silvami pecho di vice president ru.
I want to thank you so much for this turn up. We had a meeting of district leaders of all West Nile in the hall there. They have gone except the Greater Arua is here. And we have had all of you here The best I'm going to report to Her Excellency, the Vice President, is that Arua meeting was very, very successful. She delegated me this morning. We were all expecting her here because this is a very, very important meeting, but she asked me to stand in for her. And since we started pulling one another down, how far have we progressed? We actually at the mercy of God, but we can do greater things if we move together, if we support one another. NUSAF. NUSAF, for 2 years we have not had NUSAF. But we are moving slowly because it is a long process. It is a World Bank process, which we hope by next financial year we should be having the money and will implement. Recently, I monitored some PDM activities. And the problem was, we are looking at poor people. The problem was that the leaders of the circle wanted to be the first to get this 32 million. But now how can you be the first to eat what you have cooked? Would rather serve people and then you come later. You are a leader.
Right, you have watched this story and you have really listened as well. So that is what happened yesterday. So you have seen the number of the LC1 chairpersons, the LC2 chairpersons, the LC3 chairpersons that we have in Arua City and Arua District. So all these people have been told what to do. We do apologize for that technical glitch right there. So the local leaders have been told about what is going to happen when President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni comes to this region right there. So I believe that they will also be able to, to do the work of disseminating the information right for you. Dear viewer, for those who would have time to come and attend President's rally on 12th. So remember, on 11th is going to meet the leaders. On 12th, there will be a public rally. Everybody is welcome to attend, and that is not restricted. And I have to tell you that each district in West Nile has been given 9 million by State House Controller in as far as mobilization, feeding and transportation of the people is concerned. So for those leaders, you will be able to see the RDC of your district to see that the people who will be coming here for the president's rally on 12th, they are facilitated in terms of transport and feeding. Arua City has been given 24 million. That is according to what the State Minister for Privatization and Investment, Evelyn Anite, said. So they are not my words. So the money is not coming from my pocket. It's coming from the pocket of the government of the Republic of Uganda, from State House. And for those in Arua City, you have to be informed that 24 million will be released to see that people are fed well and they are transported well. While other districts like Nebi, Pakwash, Zombo, 9 million will be given to you to see that you really transport the people who will be coming to Arua. Put them in the buses so that let them come and attend a president's speech. I have to tell you that those who will not be able to come, as Westnile Television, we shall try our best to see that we bring for you the event as it happens, and also you will be able to follow the conversations on our different social media right there for you. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, we still have more for you this morning, and I will be getting to what is happening at the national scene. 3 minutes to that is 8 a.m. right this morning. My name is Denis Oringi, and you are watching Kokoliriko show on Westnile Television. Good morning.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region. Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Wherever you're catching the show live from, it is Kokoliriko show. My name is Denis. Let us get to more information that you need to know this morning. Remember, retired Archbishop Dr. Henry Lukorombi was rushed to the hospital in Kampala. That was the night befalling, that is Tuesday. So by 2 a.m. early, he was airlifted to Kampala. But the information that is coming through the Church of Uganda is that the retired Archbishop is recovering. And that is according to the Archbishop Kazimba right there. So what you need to know that the retired Archbishop of Church of Uganda, Right Reverend Henry Lukorombi, who is 74 years old, is feeling better after admission to a city hospital, and that is according to the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda province, Stephen Kazimba. He said that, quoting him verbatim, saying that, "Brothers and sisters, praise God, from all blessings flow. I have visited Archbishop Lukorombi in the hospital yesterday morning, and he was able to speak to me. He is better. The situation is better. Continue praying that God heals him completely." And that is according to Archbishop Kazimba in his street. And according to the information that we received later on in the day yesterday, he was discharged from the hospital. So the Archbishop Emeritus Orombi was airlifted to Nakasero Hospital after falling sick, and that is according to the Bishop of Nebi Diocese, who said on Monday night. Bishop Pons Ozala said, "Just a quick one for prayer support. Kindly keep our dad, Bishop Henry Lukorombi, in prayer. He has not been feeling well." That was on Monday. So since Monday, following the announcement by Bishop Ozele Pons, Christians and other well-wishers across the country offered what we call healing prayers for the retired Archbishop, who has, through his evangelization mission, been vocal on issues of development, especially in Western sub-region. And who does not know this big man who has been in this country when it comes to evangelization? You cannot forget about him. I can remember in 2004, I was supposed to be confirmed, but because my age was not yet to that age where people were accepted to be confirmed, I missed to be confirmed by the Archbishop Emeritus. But I attended the prayer that he went for the confirmation. That is in Kushuing, parish right there. So I could remember very well that on that day he went with this guitar and he was playing nicely to the Christians, and it was a very joyous moment by that time. So even last week, over the weekend on Saturday, we were together when he came for the launch of the fundraising drive for the construction of the Orombi ICT complex at Uganda Christian University, Ringle campus here in Arua. So he was the main celebrant who preached very well. So we are always attacked at any time. So devil is the liar, and let's continue to pray for him that he gets better. So that is the latest information that I can inform you about the life of the Archbishop Emeritus, Dr. Henry Lukorombi. So he is recovering, and that is good. And thank you for those who have been able to offer prayers for him, and let's continue to pray for him and also pray for others who might be sick in the different hospitals that we have in this country and beyond. So our prayers and our support is very important. So we should not really stop at that. Let's continue to pray and support as well, even to those that have not yet recovered from their sick beds, and so that they can join us in the struggle that we are in. So that is the latest information that is coming right there. So something that you have to know about the Archbishop Emeritus. After his retirement in December 2012, Archbishop Orombi has been living at his country home at Goli, that is in Nebi district. He regularly receives visitors for prayers. For those who have ever been to Bethel, prayer center, you really know what I'm talking about. He has a very nice home, and he has a prayer center there where he always pray with people, especially those who always take time to visit him at his home, and he offers for them prayers. And he is a renowned preacher worldwide. So when it comes to evangelization, he is so perfect. So he served here in Madi West Nile Diocese. He also served in Nebi as the Bishop of Nebi Diocese before being appointed as the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda province, and then he retired in 2012. So this is something that you need to know about the Archbishop Emeritus, Dr. Henry Lukorombi, right there for you. Let's get to Supreme Court. He has only 4 cases in last quarter. That is according to the report. That the Supreme Court of this country had only 4 cases last quarter. So the Supreme Court handled only 4 cases in the past quarter. A judiciary quarterly performance report has shown only 4 cases have been handled by the Supreme Court of this country. So the poor performance for the months of October, November, and December of 2022 by the highest court in the land was attributed to what we call the lack of office space for the justices to sit and operate. As you all know, that the Chief Justice chamber was banned where Windolo sits. So the fire outbreak affected the chambers of the Chief Justice in the then Kololo based rented court building in April last year, making the building unsafe for occupancy. Up to this time, the Supreme Court is renting. So this is our country, Uganda. So we expected, government should really construct permanent structures for the Supreme Court and also the Chief Justice chambers, not renting. Remember, government spent a lot of money in renting these facilities, and these are people's houses. And so I do not know what it takes to put up, a Supreme, chamber, the Chief Justice chambers that can be used. And so that is something that you need to know. So on May 30th last year, Chief Justice Alfonso Windolo announced the indefinite closure of Supreme Court building on grounds that it had become unsafe for habitation following a fire outbreak. He cited water leakages that had led to the collapse of the ceilings and water flooding in the chambers of the judges, destroying property and court documents as some of the grounds for the indefinite closure. But following pressure from a section of lawyers, the management of the judiciary late last year decided to temporarily rent a building near the Ministry of Health to house the Supreme Court for a few months. Why can't the government of the Republic of Uganda be able to put up a structure, a magnificent structure for the Supreme Court of this country? Why always rent? And this is not only with the Supreme Court, by the way. Different ministries, departments, and agencies of government in this country are renting. I don't know what it takes. Now you find the Ministry of Agriculture is the other side of Entebbe, education is this side, public service is the other side. I think if government can reorganize itself to have all the ministries, departments, and agencies situated in one area, it would be perfect. Currently, government ministries, departments, agencies are scattered. I'm telling you. Even some of us who are Ugandans, we do not know where some of the ministries are located. Yeah, for your information. We have some teachers who do not know where Ministry of Education and Sport is located. They do not know where, Ministry of Public Service is located. So can we have these ministries, departments, and agencies put up in one place so that if I am going to Ministry of Agriculture, I am able to reach also other ministries at the same time. Man, you do in Ministry of Agriculture, Mako can do the ministry and these structures are being rented. Why can't we build our own? And I'm challenging government this morning, please can we think about that, because we are losing a lot of money in renting these facilities, and this money would be used for other ventures that we do prioritize in this country. So up to this time, Supreme Court of the country renting facility is quite unfortunate, because I expected government of the Republic of Uganda to put up structures, magnificent structures, to house these ministries, departments, and agencies. So where are we? Should I say that some of the structures that are being rented belong to those who are highly placed and they are making a lot of money out of that? I leave it to you to decide and to think about this, because you have to know that there's a lot of money that is being used. So that is something that you need to know, that it is important for the government of the Republic of Uganda to think about having structures that are constructed, not rented from individuals, because that is something that you have to know. All right, dear viewer, let's go for a break and we shall be able to come back for more this morning. And this is something that I have to tell you this morning. So you have to know that the public opinion still runs, and we also ask you to drop your comments. Government has banned boarding sections in all the nursery schools that we have in this country. So if you are running a nursery school and you have a boarding section, government has banned, and you will not be required to, run the facility as you intended to run. Let's go for a break, and we shall be able to come back.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Kokoliriko TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
14 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. right on Westnile Television. We'll be back. You're still watching Westnile Television. Dear viewer, you need to know that you can join us by sending in your comments using the comment box that you have right there. If you're following us live using the YouTube account. If you are following us live on your screen, you can as well drop your comments using the social media handles of Westnile Television, and we shall be able to sample for you the comments right there. We are asking you this morning, is it a good move by government of the Republic of Uganda to ban boarding section in nursery schools? Drop your comment and we shall be able to sample that one for you right there. Let's get more corruption, absenteeism, ruining justice systems in our country, Uganda. This is according to the Deputy Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda. Deputy Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda, Richard Butera, has said corruption and absenteeism are stifling delivery of justice in the country. Quoting him, saying that we still have some problems in respect to absenteeism, late coming by some judicial officers, poor customer care by some officers, and some allegations of corruption against some of our court officials. It's good that they have started knowing what is happening in the justice systems in this country. He has also acknowledged the shortage of judicial officers. Justice Butera was responding to complaints at the open court day session in Soroti, where locals complained that the court officials were delivering justice in favor of the rich. Is it the case or it is not? You can really weigh that. He urged lawyers to always stand firm, deliver timely justice, and represent clients while following the ethical code or codes of conduct right there. Mr. Paul Obin, another resident, complained that judicial officers and lawyers connive to exploit the poor. For those who have ever gone to the courts of this country, you can tell us what happens there. Somebody did say that for you to run to court in this country, you should be equivalent to the judicial officer, or you should be equivalent to the lawyers. If you're not, then accept to suffer and accept to sell all your land for you to get justice. Because without that, you will never get justice, and that's according to those who have ever experienced. We have cases of land. I came across a case where a judgment was passed without even the complainants knowing and getting to understand, and the defendants getting to know. I think the complainant who went to High Court for appeal. What happened was that the judgment was given without the notice of the defendants. And then you ask what has happened. And this is a land matter. So we have cases of land that have not been concluded after 20 years. And you fail to understand what is happening. And the people who have registered these cases continue to pull a lot of money each and every time they appear. So should we say that the Deputy Chief Justice is right to say that corruption and absenteeism is really stiffening the judicial systems that we have in this country? We leave it to you right there, 18 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. right here on Westnile Television, and you're watching Kokoliriko show right here. You have to know that yesterday the Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable, with due respect, Ms. Kataa Museveni, was able to meet the parliamentary committee on education, hearing from them, plus other persons who have been co-opted on the commission, who are doing the role of finding out how can we better the education system in this country. And so there was a clash yesterday when it came to the discussion around the free education policy that we have in this country. You have to know that government and the church have clashed over the plan to offer free education in traditional schools effective next year. Free education. The Education Ministry yesterday announced that all foundation bodies that own primary and secondary schools should start implementing a no-fees policy, threatening to withdraw all forms of grants and funding to those that will defy. And this is something that is taking place in our country, Uganda. You know, the foundation bodies, the churches that own school, and your schools are being termed to be government aided. If you do not implement no fees policy next year, then the government will withdraw funding such schools. However, the executive secretary of the Commission for Education of the Uganda Episcopal Conference, Ronald Okello, said the staff ceiling in all the government-aided schools is very low, which necessitates them to levy additional fees on students to hire extra teachers under Parent-Teacher Association. Quoting him verbatim, saying that the acceptable and recommended number of teachers ratio per student has not been met by the government. So meaning that even if government wants these foundation body schools to implement no fees policy, the government should know that the number of learners keep increasing day and night. And so this puts pressure on the schools to get more teachers, put more structures to accommodate the learners and the teachers as well. So the recommended ratio is supposed to be 1 to 40. So one teacher is supposed to manage 40 learners. But in Uganda, it is quite unfortunate. A case in point is Ragem Primary School here in Arua that is under the Catholic Church. The teacher pupil ratio is 1 to 300. Yet the required one is supposed to be 1 to 40. But we have a school where a teacher is handling over 300 learners in one class. So I believe the government will also think about that. You know, it's easy to pass communication, but it is also necessary that we should sit and reflect. And we get out of Kololo, or maybe the AC room, the boardroom, I mean, get to the schools and you get to understand what is on ground when we are discussing issues to do with education in this country. So the State Minister of Primary Education, Dr. Jace Kadushi Moriku, while addressing the media at the Uganda Media Center on Monday, said the move to start offering free education was approved by Cabinet on Friday last week. Please, members of the cabinet, it is my appeal that can we try to go to these traditional schools that we want them to implement no fees policy, and we understand what they are going through. If you do not want to waste your fuel, we just have some few schools. Just as you're entering Hinarua city, if you have left Kampala and you are driving to West Nile, I want you to take time and just branch. Sometimes it's quite unfortunate that you reach either West Nile in the night and you leave West Nile late in the evening. You don't take time to go to the schools. If you are to go to the schools, you will really be able to even sympathize with the teachers who are handling these citizens of the Republic of Uganda. And you will sympathize with the schools in as far as handling these learners are really concerned. They are trying. Can we try to harmonize? Can we try to sit at a round table and have a discussion? Yes, we want you to implement no fees policy. How are you supporting us? Remember, COVID-19 affected all of us, and this gave time for children to grow very fast. And let me tell you, if you're to go to the P1 classes of the schools that we have, especially government aided, you will not believe. You will not believe. Go to Umbatini Primary School in Terego, and you see what the teachers there are going through. So if you say that they should implement no fees policy, we should be able to see how we can really support these schools effectively and on time, because sometimes we are told late delivery, late disbursement of funds, and the schools have to scratch from the ground to get something to make the schools run. So that is something that you need to know. 5 minutes to the 8:30 a.m. right here on Westnile Television. Let's get to the opinion poll. For those who have dropped their comments, we shall be able to sample right there. And we are asking you, is it a good move by government of the Republic of Uganda to ban boarding section in nursery schools that we have in this country? Let's hear from you. For you who have dropped your comment, the producer will be able to flash it on the screen, and I will be able to read the comments for you right this morning. PJ, that is Zuvi, he says that, you know, it's always good for a child to have parents' love. Xavier watching from Kampala, thank you very much, Xavier. Thank you very much for your comment, and thank you for always following Westnile Television and dropping your comment, and we do appreciate you very much. And greet for me everybody in Kampala, and tell them that Westnile Television is there, and if the person hails from this region, West Nile, let the person always be glued and know what happens at this side as well. Ahusa Fredox says that this is a great move because these children are subjected to unfriendly environments such as poor feedings, poor housing facilities. Thus, these children still need their parents' support on daily basis. And thank you very much for your comment right there. I am waiting to see how this will be affected, because this is not the first time that we get communication from the government of the Republic of Uganda in as far as implementing certain policies are concerned. It is good to make the pronouncement from Kampala, but do we take time to go down to the schools and check whether the schools are implementing what they have been told to do so? I leave it to those that have been recruited and are paid by government to do the work of inspection. If this will not be affected, what should we say? I leave it to you there. 3 minutes to 8:30 a.m. in the morning. allow me to get out of the studio and I go and do what I think can also support my life as well, as you also struggle to get something for yourself and for your family. And for those who have family members, you know what it takes to keep a family. You have to struggle. And if you don't struggle, you will never get. And those who are always at the roadsides asking for money from those who struggle, let me tell you something. They will not give you that money because life is changing and people have started understanding that you need not to always depend on a free thing given to you, but you have to work for it. I am here working for mine because I believe at the end of this month I have to smile because I have worked for it and I have a right to smile because I will get what I deserve to get. Thank you very much. Have the best of your morning. It is a Wednesday, 29th of March 2023, and the month is going to end on 31st. For your information, meaning first will be on Saturday. That will be another month there. We shall be able to give you every information that you need. Other programs will be able to follow suit. Don't forget to always watch Westnile Television if you want to know what is happening in this sub-region, West Nile, and we are here to light up the region. My name is Denis. It has been a wonderful time having you for Kokoliriko show here on Westnile Television. Good morning.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.